All right, welcome back, everyone. I want to talk about standards, and right now we're seeing double standards play out in the news media in real time. And what happened last night or the night before to Rob Reiner, a actor, a director, a very famous actor, very famous for a lot of things. A lot of things that he's famous for have been his criticisms of the current president. He's a well-known left-leaning activist. Some people would say he suffers from Trump derangement syndrome. I still don't wish anything bad on anyone just because of their political leanings. Now, that is not the same method that some people on the left have used whenever it came to Donald Trump. We're talking about Kathy Griffin. We're talking about Rosie O'Donnell. We're talking about all of these late night TV talk show hosts that have went after Donald Trump, went after his family, and actually celebrated him almost losing his life there in Butler, Pennsylvania. And you have seen this come out in real time. But Donald Trump responded to the news from the weekend about Rob Reiner and his wife. Rob Reiner's masseuse stumbled upon the grisly scene hours after he and his son, Nick, had a huge argument at Conan O'Brien's party. Rob Reiner's son has since been arrested and put on bail for, I believe it was about $4 million worth of bail. The troubled truth about Nick, Rob Reiner's son, apparently he had maybe some dependency issues. Rob Reiner and his wife were found by their daughter, exclusive sources. So we've got some conflicting stories here. Neither here nor there. But Donald Trump made a post on Truth Social that has really done a couple of things. It has exposed the left for exactly what they are capable of and their hypocrisy. It has also exposed quite a few conservatives that are now calling Trump out for being completely inappropriate. Joe Concha is one of these. And this is from Donald Trump, his Rapid Response 47. A very sad thing that happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director, comedy star. He was on All in the Family with Archie Bunker, known as Meathead. Says he's passed away together with his wife, Michelle. Reportedly due to anger, he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness and the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Now, Donald Trump is getting dunked on for this, but the people that are dunking on Donald Trump are the same people that absolutely celebrated, partied, danced, put on makeup, put on the white shirt with the red ink on it when Charlie Kirk died, when Charlie Kirk was killed. There is the double standard. And I believe that's what Donald Trump has done here. He is exposing the double standard. I didn't see any of these conservative pundits going after the left like they're going after the president of the United States. Donald Trump is not President Trump number 45. He is 47. And Trump is at a different level of not putting up with the bullshit anymore, okay? That post immediately triggered media outrage. The pearl clutching, the lectures about decency, class, and crossing a line. I'm sorry. I'm not falling into this. They literally tried to take this man out. They raided his house. They went into his wife's underwear drawer. We've been here before, and this is very recent. When Charlie Kirk was killed, many of the same voices now demanding compassion either stayed silent or they mocked it. or openly celebrated it. Kathy Griffin, we've seen the picture where you're holding up the fake, little head. These late night hosts, Colbert, these online commentators, they sneered. The idea of tone and decency was nowhere to be found. So the question isn't whether Trump's post was classy. The real question is, why do the rules only apply in one direction? You know it as good as I do. You've seen it. If you are denying it, you're feeble-minded. Vince Langman over on X, a day after Rush Limbaugh died, Hollywood filmmaker Rob Reiner attacked the late conservative radio host as a purveyor of disinformation, saying that Americans must protect democracy from others like him. Rob Reiner, Rush Limbaugh's body was probably not even cold. And Reiner launched this social media attack on late Limbaugh by calling him a liar, warning other conservative media personalities are trying to deny, the rising sea levels. To protect our democracy, we must remain vigilant in calling out their big lies, starting with that. Why do you think that it's okay for one side of the aisle to do this and not the other? Salty Cracker shared a post that Keith Olbermann, burn in hell, Sinclair, talking about, I believe, the news agency, alongside Charlie Kirk. Keith Olbermann, Trump deranged syndrome at, I don't know how high of a level it is. I don't even know if there's a number to show how high the level of Trump derangement is going with this. But this is where we're at. This is the double standard we're seeing in the news. And I'm sorry, I am not playing this game. I am not playing the double standard criteria where I'm supposed to feel sorry for one, but I'm supposed to ignore the other. Here's an article from the Post Millennial highlighting it even more. Nick Reiner booked for murder in the slashing of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner. I am sorry for the family. I wish them comfort. Authorities confirmed that Reiner, 32, taken into custody on Sunday. He's being held on $4 million bail. Rob Reiner would have supported no cash bail. He would have supported this. But now that it's the shoe's on the other foot, Trump's bad. Trump's the bad guy here. And I'm not playing in that game. I'm not going to fall for this. Reiner had a heated argument with his son Nick at a Conan O'Brien Christmas party a day before. Lives in the very expensive neighborhood of Brentwood. Trump blames Reiner and the death on his TDS. I'm going to say this. If the shoe was on the other foot, what would Rob Reiner be doing right now? What would Rob Reiner be doing right now? You saw these teachers, these public officials celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. And now we're supposed to clutch our pearls and let it go, take the high road. At what point is the high road too full? The Democrats have not taken the high road on any of this stuff. Talk to Erica Kirk. Talk to the family of Charlie Kirk. It's a double standard. I'm not playing the game. Rob Reiner, let's just be honest, not a nice guy. Not a nice guy. A lot of the Democrats that celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, not nice people. You're not going to lie to me and tell me they were. But that's the pattern the people are reacting to, not the post itself. Even in the transcript, you can hear a rare thing online. Someone saying, I don't like Trump's wording here, but I understand why people aren't outraged. Okay? Context matters. Reiner wasn't a neutral figure. He publicly wished harm on Trump. So does Robert De Niro. He insulted millions of Americans and openly embraced political hatred as a personality trait. That incites violence. That doesn't mean he deserved what happened. No sane person believes that. but it explains why forced grief lectures ring hollow. You're not going to make me feel sorry for this, not for the man. And this is where interpretive authority, what I've got right here, is not going to allow this. I'm not required to perform any fake compassion on command. I'm not obligated to grieve for people who openly despise my way of life. I'm allowed to notice when moral standards are selectively enforced. This is hypocrisy. What makes this moment uncomfortable for the media isn't Trump's post. It's that they can't explain why celebrating one death was dark humor while criticizing another is suddenly dangerous rhetoric. That's hypocrisy. That's bigoted. That is next level elitism. And one more thing that matters here, something deeper. This tragedy also highlights how addiction, mental illness, and family collapse don't care about politics or wealth. Hollywood money didn't protect this family. Political activism didn't shield them. None of it does. Which makes this performative outrage even more grotesque. Because if this were really about compassion, the standard would be consistent. And it's not. So don't let anyone reduce this to Trump bad or Trump good. The real takeaway is simpler and more uncomfortable. Culture doesn't have principles anymore. It has teams. And it's binary right now. Outrage is a weapon, not a value. They will emotionally blackmail you into doing what they want. It's the story people feel, even if they can't articulate it yet. That's why this moment landed the way it did. No other answer here. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? Rob Reiner may rest in peace. His wife may rest in peace. May justice be bestowed upon the son if he is convicted of doing this. And I want the Democrats, I want the left to feel uncomfortable. And I want them to recognize how it feels when you lose one of yours. Because we know. On this side, we know. I'll see you in the next one.